Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to SimRail. Yes, we are back and there was a patch yesterday and few new features have been added. For example, freight trains will now have cargo. I hope so. I couldn't find any today, but I've seen some screenshots and I believe I've seen someone streaming the game today. Driving freight train with cargo. So I'm gonna go on a hunt and try and find a service that actually has a cargo, and we will see how it looks like. And it can vary from like steel pipes. I believe there were some steel elements on the platforms. Obviously you will have coal in hoppers, and I believe there were also freight containers on some of the platforms. So there is a variety of cargo, but you can't really choose what you are carrying, which, well, probably makes sense because you are just picking a service. The problem is that the game doesn't tell you what this train is carrying, what is the weight of that load, and all that kind of statistics that you might need. But hey, maybe one day we will get those informations. There is some improvement on the screen where you choose the train, but I will get to that slightly later. Anyway, chat, enough of the changes. We will discuss changes as we go with the stream. But hey, hello everyone. Railjet, hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a great week, and I hope that you will enjoy today's stream. Right, chat, without any further ado, let's hop into the game and let's have a look at those changes. There we go. Fantastic. For once I haven't been struggling with choosing the right button, so that's an improvement, I guess. Vicebrut, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Right, chat, so the changes in recent patch, apart from some bug fixes with certain locomotives, cabins, and things that didn't work, so yes, developers have fixed few things. I believe there were some changes in literally every locomotive. They also added some graphical options for mirrors. I believe there is a mode for simplified mirrors, which basically means that while you are traveling at speed, when you don't really need rear view mirrors, they are not rendered, and they start to be rendered when you are traveling at speed below 25 kilometers per hour, which totally makes sense, and it's gonna save you some resources when it comes to graphics. Obviously, since I'm kind of crazy person, I switched that to full mirrors, so I should be able to see mirrors at all times. But obviously we will see if that function works. What else? Oh dear lord, I completely forgot about this animation. Yes, chat, subscribe. Keep subscribing. What else? Oh, I lost the plot now. Yes, as I mentioned before, freight trains now have some cargo, so we will hopefully see that today. They added 2 new signal boxes. Which ones are there? Let's have a look if we can find some empty server. Oh dear lord, every single server has someone. But okay, let's have a look at this Ukrainian server for now. Let's have a look at the list of available signal boxes. So we got Dorota. That's one of the new signal boxes. And it's a small junction where 2 double track and 1 single track lines meet. So it's not really a station. It's like a junction in between the station. What else we got? Grodzisk Mazowiecki, that was added some time ago already. Korytów, I haven't seen this station. Oh, I see. A little station on the main railway route with 2 side tracks. I haven't really seen Korytów before, but that was probably added like a week or 2 ago. What was today's station? Maybe that was this one. Anyway, chat, there is more and more signal boxes, and we will definitely have a look at them at some point. Obviously, they haven't really made any changes to timetables, so that's a bit of a shame. Everything is still so regular with 1 hour intervals, so when you dispatch for 1 hour, you pretty much know how to operate your station without too many faults. So that's that, and hopefully that will change soon enough. Right, so when it comes to driving, let's have a look at those cargoes. We need a cargo train. There we go. That's a long list. We are still on that Ukrainian server, but soon enough we will try and TME, no. TME, TLE, nah. Is that everything going to Warsaw West? No, there must be... Oh, there we go. That is... Oh, this is going from Sędziszów to Katowice. So I believe this one is going to be empty. So I need 2-4 TC, no. It's going to Myszków. That's going... okay. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord. I don't think we will find any. Okay, I will have a look at this one and see if it has any cargo. Technically, it should have coal, is it? I believe it should have coal. Because it's going from... From where is it going? Oh no, this one was going to Zawiercie, is it? Ah, so that's not the one. So this one will be empty. Yeah, it is empty. Unfortunately, this one is empty. Let's go back to main menu. Let's see if I can find another train that is not empty. Perhaps let's go to some English server, since we are also hunting for something. English one would be kind of safe bet, but I'm not fan of playing on the English one. Okay, let's jump in here. There might be some people, so that's good. Okay, there's much smaller selection. This one is going to Myszków. This one is also going to Myszków. Dear Lord. This one is TDE. Stawiska, no. Okay, this one might actually carry coal. It's going from... Well, the next station will be Sławków. He's going to Sędziszów Towarowy, and I believe that this is a service that normally runs from Katowice-Staszic to Sędziszów. If that's the case, this one should be loaded with coal. Okay, we are in. And indeed, chat. This service is loaded with coal. That's a nice change. For once we are not carrying empty wagons. So that's really good. There's not much left in this service. But it's a nice change to see that the wagons are finally loaded. Obviously, hopefully we will be able to also find another loaded train. I really wish. so that we can see some containers and all that stuff. But this is really nice. The only problem I see, which is something that haven't been fixed since the beginning of this game, and that is, as a player, I don't know what is the total weight of this train. And that is going to be a problem when it comes to braking. Because obviously, since the train is now loaded and the game is simulating a correct weight, it should take much longer to stop it. And same goes to accelerating, to be honest. You need to operate the regulator differently with empty wagons than you would do with full wagons. You have to be gentler with the full ones, obviously, because you got much more weight and there is much easier to cause a wheel slip. Right, let's jump into the cabin. Let's take control from the AI. Right. Switch it to correct radio channel. Perfect. Cruise control. That's maintain. Increase. Okay, the cruise control is set. There we go. Now that's alerter. I don't need alerter right now. Wipers are still hidden. Pantographs are raised. I believe we can switch that to night mode. There we go. Lights near. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay, we are getting close to the crossing. Where is that? What am I believe I'm switching cab light. I should be. But I can't remember where was the button. Right, anyway, let's use some regulator to allow this train to actually move at the correct speed. Muta, no, I have not tried SimRail Express. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Okay, that's why is the forward light not lit? That's interesting. I am 20 minutes early. Oh dear Lord. That is very soon. Oh, is that a mod? I haven't really installed any mods on this game yet. Ah, there we go. That's third website. I see. No, I haven't really tried it. But you can link it up on my Discord and I'll have a look at it if I will have some spare time. Okay. Okay, so we got orange lights. So that's good, that's good. Right, I completely forgot the buttons for cruise control. What were the buttons? Linked it to SimRail channel. Fantastic, fantastic. Right. What buttons did I have for cruise control? I completely forgot my controls. Chat, it's been so long time since I played SimRail that I can't even remember my own controls. Right, what controls did I have for this? Okay, for now we can do without it. I will have to double check my controls, to be honest. I can't remember what were the buttons that I put for changing the cruise control. Oh dear lord. That's what I get for not playing the game for a while. Obviously I can always use normal handle and that will be fine. Okay, 35 should be good. There we go, yes, just as I expected when I mentioned before about this train. It is a train from Katowice-Muchowiec to Sitkówka, yes, or Sitkówka, there we go. Right, what were the buttons for cruise control? I can't remember that, oh dear lord. Oh well, we will be stopping soon anyway. I should have a red light at the end of this platform. Okay, we can let it coast. Hi Nam, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Right, chat, we are slowly approaching a signal. I don't think it's gonna change by the time I'm gonna reach the semaphore. Probably that's because 4180. Are you on the same server as me, FSN? I am currently on EN1. EN1, fantastic. So you are currently at Sosnowiec Południowy. Yes, that's the place where you usually catch a lot of delays. Okay, let's arm the brakes. Let's do slight application, although we got a green light, is it? Yeah, that looks like a green light. Okay. There we go. Let's give it a bit of a power. Right, what were the buttons for cruise control? I can't remember it. Chasing yellows and red, yeah. Alright, let me just double check the cruise control. So I can't remember what did I set for them. Speed. Oh, okay. There we go. Now I remember. Okay, there's we passed a 50 sign, so I am 22 minutes early. Obviously I lost some time by stopping at that green signal. But it's not too much. I'm still 22 minutes ahead of time. So I can make many mistakes and it shouldn't affect my journey. There we go. And now the speed limit for this train should go up to 80 kilometers per hour if it's loaded within specifications for this type of train. Well, I can definitely feel that it's much harder to get this train to move. Okay, we should now be good to increase the speed. Let's set it at 75. We don't need to rush and we can allow for some discrepancies when it comes to cruise control speed. It's a good practice used in Germany. Whenever they set up cruise control, they set it up 5 kilometers below the speed limit, so that all the discrepancies can be avoided, because whatever the speedometer tells you might not exactly be correct, and you might be going above the speed limit. So to avoid that, you just set the cruise control 5 kilometers below, and that should help you keep control of the train. Okay, there should be a button for instrument lightning, electric bus, brake releaser, no. Horn tone, lights, that's not intended. Okay, why was there... that's interesting. Okay, that's lights. No, was that B? Where was... that's brake release. That's cab lighting, so I can turn it on or off. Is it? No. Why is this constantly on? Right, anyway, I need to focus. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna miss a sign. Dazovi, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. And yes, I am trying to make it safe. Cab lighting switch is behind. Yes, I know that this is cab lighting, but oh, okay. Now this one is turned off. Okay. Where was gauge light? Can't remember where was it. Oh dear lord. Haven't used this locomotive for a while, and I forgot which button was for it. That's LZB. Okay, sounding. No. That is lights. Okay. I will find it. I will find it. Okay, I'm going to slow down since we are passing through the station and I haven't really been paying attention to the signs. Seriously, it's impressive how much I forgot about this route. Okay, we got a green light. Where was the cab lighting? I know, well, cab lighting. Where was the gauge lights? Can't turn them on. I'm quite sure that it's one of the buttons that is kind of obvious. And I can't remember which one. So this one's definitely cab lighting, and obviously it doesn't work as a switch, so I have to turn it off manually. Where was the gauge lights? Oh well, never mind. It's not the most important stuff. Okay, it doesn't look like there is any speed limit. So I might as well come back to 80. Well, 75. Oh no, there was a speed limit. And probably that's like 30 or something. Well, I'm not getting any penalties, so I assume that I am within the speed limit. I really need to start paying attention to the signs. Okay, that should be enough. Wipers, let's use some washer. Oh, nice. So as soon as you are using washer, it turns off the wipers automatically. That's nice. Luigi Rota, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Karo Goniasty, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time. Right, where was that bloody switch to turn on the gauge lights? I know it's in some obvious place, and keep forgetting where it is. Definitely that's not the one. Ooh, is that fog? Well, there's definitely a train ahead. I am currently on EN1 server. Oh, you no longer get points for using horn at the right time, from what I see. Okay, we are now entering Jaroszowiec-Olkuski. Perfect. One thing that I like about tracks is that as soon as you set cruise control, it's pretty much hands-free operation. You don't really need to do anything with that locomotive. So it's a nice and chill drive. Obviously I still need to observe the signs and react to them and adjust how the locomotive reacts, but it's really nice to have that cruise control. That is helping me. And the locomotive seems to be holding quite stable speed, which is even nicer. Okay, and this is solid orange. Okay. Let's arm the brakes. Let's slow down. I am quite slow on the brakes. Okay, but I can release them. We got a green light. And I'm 26 minutes early. Oh dear lord. I am definitely progressing too quickly. Come on. My goodness me, releasing brakes in this train takes ages. There we go, now I can. Atrimi, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Caro, yes, I am aware that developers are working on ET22 and EN57, and I'm mostly looking forward to EN57. This is a unit that I really like, and I would love to take it for a spin, especially on this route between Katowice and Sędziszów. I believe this train would perfectly fit on that route. There's plenty of EN57s still driving around Warsaw, so I believe most of these EN76, EN96, they should be replaced mostly with EN57s, because that would make sense. When it comes to ET22, obviously, yes, I look forward to see it, especially on the main route, where it can probably really shine. I'm not sure. Perhaps we will get a route from Katowice-Staszic, because yeah, ET22 is just asking to pull some coal. But I would probably prefer to see ET41, honestly. Like, that would be probably much better construction, especially for that Katowice-Staszic route, where you have to get some coal to Sędziszów, or yeah, Katowice-Sędziszów, sorry, not Katowice-Staszic. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, instead of having these trucks pulling that load of coal, I would probably see ET41 far better in that position, or ET22, which seems more like a Polish construction than trucks. Trucks would be good for intermodal trains, I believe. It's just designed for higher speeds than what it's doing here. ET21, I can't remember how ET21 looks like, honestly. Atrimi, yes, there is no VTuber avatar today, because it doesn't really work well with SimRail. After a while, this game really takes a large toll on my computer resources, and the avatar just stalls anyway, and it's just an icon, so I decided that I won't be using it while playing SimRail, because it just makes no sense. Also, one of the good news about the game, mostly for German-speaking audience, there is going to be a route from... Can't remember what was the route. It is an international route from Poland to Germany, and it's going to be a diesel route. So non-electrified, but I can't remember which one. I will double check it as soon as I can, but it was announced about a week ago, so I definitely look forward to that. Salty 606, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. There we go, and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, okay, we got some speed limit. 50, we are approaching 50. Okay, let's slow down. I have to say that this electrodynamic brake is surprisingly effective on tracks, especially that I'm pulling loaded train. I think developers needs to work on that because this is not supposed to slow me down on time. Ah, there we go. Thank you very much, Muta. Yes, it's gonna be Zgorzelec to Dresden. What's my favorite Polish locomotive? It's obviously EU07. Nothing beats this locomotive, to be honest. Although it's not entirely Polish construction. It's mostly based on EU06, which was bought from United Kingdom in 60s. Right, let's go back to 75. Perfect. I am now 27 minutes early. Oh dear lord. Yeah, there is not many of them that are in good condition. Poland bought only 20 units. I'm not sure how many is still somewhere on the rails. I believe most of them were scrapped. But yeah, I believe EU0601 is still at Chabówka, is it? I think it was Chabówka, that museum. So there should be one unit of EU06. I'm not sure if it's still in operational condition. But yeah, I think I've seen some photos or videos of it. Nowy Sącz. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. Okay, railroad crossing is closed. And wow, that is gonna be rough speed limit. We got 20. What's the difference? So basically so differential system is slightly different in both locomotives, and EP07 is adjusted for higher speeds that can be maintained over longer periods of time, while EU07 which is basically universal locomotive, has slightly different like a transmission between engine and wheels. So there's like a set of sprockets, and the difference is between couple of like sprockets that have different number of teats or toots, and that's pretty much the only difference between them two units. To be honest, I'm not fan of track sounds. It's like that high pitch noise is kind of annoying over a long period of time. Right, I believe we can now adjust our speed back to normal levels. So all the way to 75. Wow, definitely loaded wagons are making a difference. Before the patch, like setting the power on this level would get me all the way to 80 kilometers per hour in no time. And right now I can feel that this track is struggling on this power setting. So obviously I'm gonna increase it. And there we go. We had a small wheel slip. I noticed it's really hard to get tracks to wheel slip. I'm not sure why. Why is that? I know that Dragon is very sensitive when it comes to wheel slipping, and if you apply too much power to Dragon in this game, like, you're gonna enter wheel slip, and that's no doubt. But when it comes to tracks, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be getting wheel slips so easily. Okay, we got a green light. "26 minutes ahead of time." We are now passing through Volbrom, and the AI is still not stopping me, so that is weird and unusual. But on the other hand, I'm not checking the map, so I don't really know. if there are any trains that are following me, especially passenger trains that can move quicker on those tracks. But hey, let's not call a wolf from the forest, because soon we might find, well, we might find ourselves stopped at a signal, and that's not what we want. Oh, okay, it doesn't seem like we are slowing down quick enough. I might actually be over speed at some point. Am I going to slow down in time? No, I won't. Yeah, there we go, speed limit violation. Not too much, but definitely I was supposed to use brakes a bit quicker. Okay, so electrodynamic brake can't really help me that much. Right, is there another speed limit restriction? If I remember correctly, there should be something very close. Or maybe not. Okay, is that another speed limit? It is. No, it's not. Okay. It's just a milepost. So we still got about 18 kilometers to go on this route. So it should take us about 20 minutes probably. Well, at least they fixed the cars that were entering the crossings. At least today, I haven't seen any issues with the cars trying to breach the barriers on level crossings and just go through. So that's a nice fix. "26 minutes ahead of time." Perfect. Okay, we are now approaching Gajówka. We got a green light. And I don't see any speed limit restrictions. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. We got 70, so I will drop my speed down to 65, although it doesn't seem like brakes have any effect. We are definitely going downhill. Okay, I'm gonna use a train brake. Better be safe than sorry. There we go. Still green light. 27 minutes ahead of time. We are doing 65. Yeah, it seems to work. It seems to work pretty well. Oh wow. Going downhill, this locomotive definitely struggles to keep the speed. Okay, now the speed limit goes down really badly. There we go. Okay, we managed to slow down right on time. There is a 30 kilometers per hour speed limit. For anyone who missed it, the sign was at the beginning of the platform that we passed through recently. There we go. Okay, wipers are off. Okay, and I believe we can now go back to 65. And there's another speed limit in front of us. What is that going to be? Another 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, so let's get back. I knew there is a series of small speed limits somewhere around, so it's good that I haven't really accelerated much, so that locomotive should be able to handle that with electrodynamic brake. There we go, we are now doing 30 kilometers per hour. And the speed is still dropping down to 25, which is a setting of cruise control. And hopefully the locomotive will be able to keep that speed throughout the speed limit section. And after that we can go back to 70, I believe, which should be route speed limit. Okay, and we got a red light. Well, we got a green light at the entrance to Harshnica. There we go. So that's good. That's good. That's the speed limit section. It's not too long, only 50 meters long, so that's not too bad. And now I believe our train should be around 500 meters long, and distance between each catenary support beam should be around 50 meters. That's what I usually take, so that's 100 meters now. That should be roughly 200. That will be around 300 meters. So 4 more and we can speed up. Okay, and now we can set the cruise control and apply some power. Okay, we got green light at the exit. Still 27 minutes ahead of time. Okay, perfect. And there's another speed limit, this time 50. Let's apply brakes. Let's set cruise control down to 45. Oh, that was really close. That was really close. There's another 50 coming. Second King, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. You didn't realize I was live. Oh, that's weird. Okay. That first 50 was way too close to the section. Or I wasn't braking hard enough, to be honest. But there's another 50. Okay, let's set the power. Oh, okay, still can't. Brakes are still releasing. Nope, still nothing. And that's another 50. Again, around 20-30 meter section of the tracks. That is actually limited to 50 kilometers per hour. There we go, now we can apply some throttle. Perfect. Oh wow! You should have turned the notifications. I'm quite sure well, I'm quite sure notifications are being sent. There's also a notifications channel on my Discord, so you can always check that if I'm setting up for any live session. And I'm quite sure there is a notification that went out as soon as I started streaming. So you just need to turn them on. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have. Well, I've never used any sort of do not disturb mode in system. Oh, that was a wheel slip. That's interesting. And I was wondering why it sounds so weird. Okay, that's another 40. And we are just doing over, so let's do it that way. There we go, the locomotive should handle that. And let's reapply the power. Just so that we can make sure that the locomotive will try and keep that 35 kilometers per hour. Oh, I see. Well, I got only 2 screens, and yes, I can actually confirm that I feel like I could use another 2. But I just can't afford that. Yeah, everything got too expensive, so all the investments are definitely on hold. I even got a second job, technically. Well, it's a side gig, not really a full-time job. I started to make some deliveries for Uber Eats, and it is definitely adventurous, but you hardly make any money on that. Oh dear lord, yeah, this... I was hoping it actually pays better than it is, but yeah, looking at my earnings from last session, it's not good. It's definitely not good. If I deduct fuel, insurance, and tax, I haven't really made much for pretty much entire day driving. But yeah, throughout the entire day I also had only 12 deliveries. So yeah, no wonder why I haven't really made much money on that. But yeah, it feels like it's more of a waste of time than actual income. But I still made a profit, which is probably good. But there are issues with deliveries, like the way. In my old town with Rona, the strippers started. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Like getting. Like, I would imagine people were ordering like a couple of beers to their houses, like rednecks ordering beers, just to have like a nice woman half naked to bring you a 4-pack of cold ones, yeah. That's probably That's probably the use that people had for this service. But yeah, on a serious note, like deliveries are not really profitable thing, at least here in the UK. You don't really make much out of it. Each delivery pays like 3, maybe 5 quid. And probably if you could get enough of those within an hour, then yeah, it could be profitable. You could probably make some reasonable money out of it, and maybe make a living, but I don't know, I wouldn't be able to do this job for too long. It's a nice side gig if I don't have any overtimes at work, or if I got like a day off and I don't want to waste it, like hopping into my car and making few deliveries, that's definitely an option. But doing this full time, definitely not for me, I can tell you that, chat. Like the way you are being treated at the restaurants is absolutely disgraceful. Like I've been making some deliveries for McDonald's, and the way that staff treats delivery drivers is absolutely unacceptable. Like they completely ignore you. You are waiting to pick up that delivery that customer already paid for, and they are hoping that you will actually deliver their food in timely manner. And the staff is just treating you like air. You have to literally catch someone to give you the order that is already ready, and they are just wasting your time, which happens mostly at McDonald's. Like I made a few deliveries yesterday for Uber Eats, and whenever I had to visit McDonald's, that was an absolute disaster. But other places seems to take much better benefit from Uber Eats. So I also made some groceries deliveries from Asda or Sainsbury's, and I was really happy to see that when I arrived, the order was ready. I didn't have any issues to pick it up from the staff. There were no unnecessary delays, and I could complete such order in just a couple of minutes. It was really easy money, and definitely I could make a profit out of such deliveries, but you don't get much of those. Most of it comes from McDonald's, because obviously Uber Eats is partnered with them. So whenever someone goes to McDonald's app and orders some of those burgers and stuff, that will pop up as a delivery for Uber Eats driver. So in that case, it's, for example, me. And while those deliveries pay quite a lot, like the way that the hostility that you get from the staff at McDonald's is, in my opinion, it's not worth it in the long run. Honestly, if I could blacklist one restaurant, that would be McDonald's, because like the way that staff treats you is absolutely disgraceful. But nevertheless, if someone is looking for a side gig and has a car and a spare day off to like not waste it on anything else, and you want to make couple bucks, yeah, Uber Eats is pretty nice thing to do. And you also get to like know the town, so if you just move to a new place, like doing couple of deliveries with Uber Eats is also a great thing, because then you drive around throughout the entire town literally. And that's the thing, whenever I pick up delivery I can rate it, and honestly I am giving them the exact rating, so whenever I'm waiting for more than 5 minutes to pick up the order, they get a thumbs down with a reason that I have to wait long. especially when the order is ready. If the order is still prepared when I get to the restaurant, I give them benefit of a doubt, because obviously some orders take long to prepare, so that's fine. I usually give them that 10 minutes if the order is still preparing when I get to the restaurant. But when I get to the restaurant, I stand in front of the counter and I see that the order is already in the section as ready to pick up, and I have to wait for more than 5 minutes to get someone from the staff to actually give me that order. They get a thumbs down with the reason that I have to wait long and that the staff is unprofessional, because there's no professionalism in ignoring a customer, because effectively a driver who picks up a food for the customer is representing that customer. It's pretty much the same as if I would be the person who actually ordered that food. So being treated in that way is definitely unacceptable. But that's the treatment you get, at least in McDonald's, and I do not enjoy it. Maybe it's just this one outlet. I've never got deliveries from any other Mackey's than the one that's near my house. But I would assume that the attitude of the staff is no different in many other places. So yeah, definitely I didn't enjoy making those deliveries. But Sainsbury's, I did some deliveries for Subway. Like, I really enjoyed it, honestly. I got into parking lot, got out of my car, and everything was packed ready. The order was complete at the first time. I didn't have any issues, honestly. So, like, there are two sides of making this job, yeah. On the other side, yeah, on a busy day, you can probably really make a lot of money out of it. Because obviously... Oh dear lord, that's not something I wanted. I need to brake. We are approaching red light. So yeah, that's how it works. So if anyone was thinking about getting into delivery service, you have to be prepared that you will get different kind of treatment. The customers are usually fine. I never had like aggressive customer or any issues with the customers. But I also wasn't making any deliveries at night, so that might be the reason why I never encountered any, like, obviously drunken customer or something like that, and that creates some issues. But in most cases, that's just a normal person who got back from work and wants to eat something, and like, I never really had too many issues with that. Right, anyway, let's focus on driving, because I started the topic of pay up front is always better like that. I mean, that's the thing with Uber Eats. Even if delivery is incomplete, which I had on one occasion, my very first delivery, the Mackey's gave me only drinks in a bag, which I didn't knew about. I packed it and I went on, and the customer wasn't really happy about getting only drinks instead of like 30 odd pounds worth of food that they actually ordered. But I'm still getting paid in full for that delivery, so that's one good about Uber Eats. Even if restaurant messes it up completely, it doesn't really affect me, apart from getting upset customer that is not happy and express that to me instead of customer support. But yeah, that's probably the only thing you will get. You don't have to really worry about it. You sit down in your car and drive off. And that's the problem of customer service. Right. Why? Cruise control disabled. There we go. Right, chat. If I remember correctly, the signal said I am approaching the red signal, so I'm trying to drive slowly, just in case I have to really stop. Where's that semaphore? Is it still showing red? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is showing red. Let's arm the brakes. Let's brake lightly. I want to stop as close to the semaphore as possible, so I'm trying to be gentle on brakes. Oh, I think the signal is now orange. Okay. Yep, it is orange, so I can carry on. Okay, there is 100 kilometers per hour speed limit. So I can set it down like that, and okay. I'm not sure if it already has rail driver control support, but I believe developers are working on it, so it will have support for it at some point. But I'm not sure if it's already implemented or not. I think it's not, because it's somewhere in development plans. You might want to check it on the forums or on official Discord of SimRail. If you ask that question, you should get an answer. I personally use keyboard and I'm fine with it. Should I'm really not fan of rail driver, to be honest. So probably I won't get it. Oh. Okay, I am going on a side track, but if I remember correctly, the next signal should be green anyway. Okay. I'm gonna go slower than usual, because I really don't want to ram a red signal in case there is one in front of me. It should be green. I remember the indication on the semaphore, and it was saying that the next semaphore should be green, and this one is indeed green. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not planning to get rail driver because I don't know. I've seen that controller and it looks like a plastic toy, literally, and I'm not fan of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, rail driver is probably the least important thing to have when you play train simulators. Yes, it would be nice. Well, I would really like to have like a replica of EU07 cabin, which, yeah, with some effort and by spending a lot of money, I could probably try and recreate. If I'd invest some money and bought materials for it, because obviously I would need to buy like a part of decommissioned locomotive, which you can technically find on some websites, and I could technically try and build my own controller, which the game also will have support for later on, so that custom-made controllers can be used. If you are reading through my Discord, some time ago I actually posted a video of someone who built a controller for Machina, using old EU07 cabin, and that person literally has recreated basically EU07 cabin in his home. So that would be a controller that yes, I would love to have at some point, but it's not the most important thing. Honestly, for train simulators you can do perfectly fine with keyboard and mouse, and I don't see the reason why I should invest hundreds of pounds into that thing. But steering wheel and flight stick, yes, those are two controllers that are very useful for relevant games, and definitely that's something nice to have. But for train simulator, pretty much the only controller that you might ever need might be track IR, which I already have, but I don't really use it. I still prefer to use my mouse to move the camera around. Right, chat, we are approaching Klimonów. We should be there in just a few minutes. We are still over 20 minutes early. Right, so if I will press washer now... Oh, okay. So it doesn't really turn the wipers automatically. There we go. Let's wash the windows and let's... Oh, no. There we go. Perfect. Okay, 21 minutes. That's a good time. That's really good time. We are not far away from Sędziszów, just a few kilometers really. VR headset. I don't really... Well, I don't even have VR headsets, to be honest. Again, I don't have space for it. I wish to use VR one day and obviously like get into like VR chat and stuff, because that I heard it's really fun and stuff. But again, the flat that I live in is tiny. It's literally a studio, so there's not much space to begin with. And like putting on VR and like moving around the room while having two screens right in front of your eyes wouldn't be safe in my flat, especially that, yeah, there's really not much space, so I'm very likely to bump into something and injure myself in that thing, and I wouldn't like that. But yeah, one day maybe, if I will be rich, or rich, which I never will probably. Like YouTube doesn't make me enough money, and my job doesn't really pay at all. So yeah, I don't see much of a prospect to make enough money to be able to afford such accommodation, to be able to set up VR. Oh yeah, Beat Saber. I mean, I was never like too good with rhythm games. When it comes to like feeling the rhythm of the music, it's not something that I would do. I don't even dance, to be honest. So I probably wouldn't be good in Beat Saber to begin with, even if I would have space. But the game seems to be fun, and I would like to try it one day. But obviously, yeah, I would probably punch something with my hand, and I would break my hand, which wouldn't make me any good. Yeah, there is a lot of risks incorporated with that game, and me playing it. So yeah, that's another reason to not have VR for me. At least not at this moment. But maybe one day I will get VR. I will invest in some commission to create my avatar, or well, I will literally pay someone to create my avatar in 3D, which is quite expensive. And then yeah, I would love to get into VR games, but yeah, not before I will get accommodation that is large enough, or that has at least one large enough room for me to feel safe to eventually dance around the house or move around the house having like blindfold on. Oh dear, yeah, I sense massive disaster, and I haven't used VR yet. Oh yes, absolutely. Dire Valley in VR is something that I actually had a chance to try. And it was super fun. Like, Dire Valley in VR is absolutely different. It's completely different experience from what you get when you play on non-VR mode. Like, it's completely different game, honestly. Right, chat, the route is going to finish very soon. We are now we've now passed through Sędziszów, and we are heading to Sędziszów Towarowe, and I believe this route will soon end. There we go, a green light. And there we go. We have successfully finished this route. It took us 1 hour, 37 minutes and 44 seconds. That's a long time. And we've traveled only between Sławków and Siutkówka-Nowiny, is it? And Sędziszów. Okay, not Siutkówka-Nowiny. The route is not going that far. We've driven 78.7 kilometers, so that's quite long route. Honestly, it's really nice to do such a long route, and it's not even a full route. That's fun thing. Sławków is wow. That's been like what, 20? No, even more kilometers. We've started before Olkusz. Yeah, that was like 20 kilometers away from actual beginning of this route. You would like to have controller support in Railroads Online. To be honest, Railroads Online is not a good game for controller support. Try SimRail Express. Let me just have a look at this. This is the SimRail. Okay, I don't see anything on this channel. Nothing popped in. Railroads online. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. Where is it? 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 Right, let's have a look at the graph while we are, or while I am trying to. EN useful links. Okay, let me just go to SimRail official. EN. Where is that? Where is that? EN scenarios, book suggestions, general discussion, cooperative gaming. SimRail bots, no, free dispatcher stations, I don't need that. Is that really on Discord? Oh, okay, EN links, docs, useful information. Okay, EN useful links. EDR in browser, no, I don't need that. Interactive server maps version 1, no. SimRail, very useful for signals in SimRail, no, I don't need that. Schedule for trains, SimRail Express. List of all available trains on all servers, where you can also generate timetable for every train. Okay. Okay. So there is. I need a freight. I see. Let's have a look. I see. So that is this train. Okay, so the train from Katowice Staszic always goes with trucks. I am not interested. Okay, let's have a look at this. Is there any nice? Ale Pilchowice, Wiercie, okay. But I am looking at this. Okay, so this train, where is it going? Okay, that is a very short service. I'm not interested in that. That's from Częstochowa. Okay, that's from Jędrzejów. Not too many. English, okay. Why doesn't it show? Okay, let's go to main menu. Okay, I'm looking at that SimRail Express, and yeah, that's quite interesting website. Although it doesn't really show if there are any trains on EN1. I believe it might be okay. It's not that full. Let's have a look. All trains, cargo. Oh, okay. There is only one train on EN1. Okay, that explains everything. There is only one, and this one is going from Katowice-Mchowiec to Widzów-Teklinów. And yeah. And it's just beginning its journey. 444056, yeah. Can I filter that? You can't really filter that by server. Yeah, I can only filter it out too. Oh, okay. I can go with passenger only. Let's have a look. Okay, okay. Yeah, that is very interesting website, and obviously it's helpful. But let me just see one thing about freight trains. Freight train. Let's have a look. So this is Katowice-Mchowiec. Let's. Does it really say anything about the train? No. Okay, so the timetable is really interesting. The problem is, let's have a look. Train documents. Oh, okay, okay, so it actually oh, it has the wrong locomotive. Okay, okay. So it says that load is 3,000 tons. Okay, so that would make sense, and the train length is 600 meters, which, yeah, that would be correct. But the locomotive is incorrect. Let's have a look. 421052. Okay, just go back on this one, and let's have a look. Freight train. Let's do stationary. 421052. Okay, and that is showing ET25, so that is correct. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's showing the wrong loco again. It shows ET22 on the timetable that I generated. This is unloaded train. It has 700 tons and 500 meters in length. Okay, that sounds correct. Okay, 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 okay. Very interesting website. Definitely, I will check it out at some point. But at this point, I don't think it will be too useful. Yeah, I don't see much use of for this one. Okay, okay, okay. Right, so this would be 4E. No, that's not correct. I see. Okay, that's definitely very interesting website, and I will have a look at this at some point. Yes, that's true. I get the whole timetable. That is one benefit of this website, but it still needs some fixing. Because if it shows the wrong locomotive and wrong length and weight of the train, which is very important information, it's kind of useless for me. I would like to know what is the weight of the cargo. Well, what is the gross weight of entire train, because that's how you that's what you need to know, and what is the length of this train. And that is incorrect on that timetables that is that are generated. So if I view a timetable that states it is ET25, Y timetable states that it is ET22, which makes a lot of difference. Those are two different locomotives. Same goes to U07. If the timetable, well, if the train is actually pulled by EU07, which would be TME 444056, and the timetable generated on that website tells me that it's tracks, then we have a lot of difference, because tracks has different parameters than EU07, and those are completely two different locomotives. So obviously we don't want that, because this creates a lot of misinformation. But yes, definitely timetable looks absolutely amazing. It looks exactly as it should look. But there are a few things that needs to be fixed, and when those are addressed, it's really nice tool. And I might think how to incorporate that on my streams, because I love the concept. I love the concept that I can just download the train documents, view them in like a daytime mode, for example, and yeah, and it looks really nice. You have line number, okay, you got this mile posts or kilometer posts. Yeah, everything is perfect. Like I love it. I love it. You got speed. Okay, yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. You know exactly when speed limits are, when to expect them. That's really nice. That is really nice feature. But there are a few details that needs to be fixed. Right, chat, what I'm going to do now, I will take a very short break. And then, maybe we should do some dispatching. I think it would be nice to jump in as a traffic dispatcher. What do we have? We got Sosnowiec Południowy on EN1. We got Korytów, which is, I can't even remember where it is. There's Dąbrowa Górnicza Wschodnia, which is a really nice station. Łazy, I kind of enjoy Łazy, although this one might be a bit boring. Olszamowice, definitely one of the most boring ones. Pierzychowice, oh dear lord, and Zawiercie. Oh, Zawiercie is empty. Wow, that is something new. Like, Zawiercie is really nice station to dispatch. If someone knows what to do, Zawiercie is definitely gonna keep them busy. Because that's probably one of the busiest stations that you can get in SimRail. So I'm surprised that it's empty. And that was EN1. So definitely there's a lot of spaces where you can hop in. There are 19 signal boxes and only 14 are taken at the moment. So yeah, there's still plenty of room. Right, anyway, chat, I'm gonna take a short break and I'll be back with you in 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, chat. I am back. And now, what we are going to do, that's a good question. I am asking myself the same one. Right, let's hop in to EN1. Let's jump in as a... Okay, maybe not. Oh dear lord, no, definitely not a Góra Wodowska and not Pilichowice. No, I'm not doing that. That was a quick change. Yeah, it's all of a sudden it's 17 out of 19. All the nice signal boxes are taken. PL4 has some spaces, but obviously nobody would understand that. Or not many people out of audience would understand that, so English server would be best. And well, I could go to empty one, EN8 or EN3, but they are pretty much dead. EN9, is it still? Oh, okay, EN9 has 2 players. Salty, no. I'm gonna drive something on EN1 because that's probably the most populated server. Let's have a look at services that I can get. All trains. Okay, so you know what? I've never driven one of those. And I think it will be nice to drive something around Warsaw. So let me just have a look at this. That is going to Piastów. This is going to Żyrandol. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. Chat, it's been ages since I've driven EN76, so I will probably drive like a failure. But hey, why not? It's nice to do some passenger service from time to time, and this scenario should take about an hour, if it ever loads. It seems like the game seems to have an issue with that. Oh, there we go. It's loading. It took its time. That is very concerning. Okay. And the train is stationary, so I'm gonna take control. That was a very concerning noise. Why is... Okay, why both doors? I need right ones, okay. Step is on. Do I actually need a step on this station? That is a good question. I don't need a step on this station. Yeah, I don't need a station. I got a red light in front. Well, I don't need step. Okay, that is okay. Let me just double check what were the controls. This update is so cool. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I haven't really checked all the features of this update, but yes, it looks alright. Right, cabin activation, main switch, battery, okay, I don't need that. Travel direction, okay, yeah. Front pantograph, rear, horn, okay, horn low, okay, left doors. Oh, okay, so those were the buttons. Left doors, right doors, and door buzzer, okay, yeah, okay. Those are door controls, I need to remember that. That's light, cabin light, instrument light. Oh, okay, so instrument light is this button. Okay. So that should be instrument light. Okay. That doesn't seem to be instrument light. And doors closed. No, that shouldn't be doors closed. That's left. That's right. Okay, and that is closed. Okay. Right doors are opened, because they should be. Okay. But why is this not working? So this is a cabin light. Okay. But the button to turn on instrument light, it doesn't seem to work. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So controls. Okay, so I got those, and then there is instrument light and cabin light. Why is this button? Okay. So I want cabin light in here and instrument light in here. Oh, okay. I know why it's not working. Okay, now I know why it wasn't working. Yes, abandon changes. Return to game. Dear Lord. Right, we are nearly ready to depart, and oh, there we go. Now I know why this thing wasn't working as it should. And it's because I switched my keyboard to Polish one, and when I set the controls the keyboard was set to English one, and some buttons are in different places. There we go. So that is instrument light, and it works, and that is also instrument light. And now this is cabin light. Okay, yeah. Okay. Normal drive, okay. Pantograph rear. Alerted dimming, okay. Perfect. This cabin is active. Control panel lightning, okay. This is just a temporary one. Let's have a look. We still got red light, so I'm not really bothered about closing the doors. Wipers are disabled. Lights near, okay. Cruise control is not really needed. Do I need anything else? Spring brake is released, okay. On your right. What's on my right? Ah, there we go. We got a signal, so we can now close the doors. Okay, they are closed. And we can now depart. Perfect. I'm not sure what's the speed limit here. But I'm sure to soon find out. Okay, I am going a little bit faster than 40, that's for sure. There we go. Radio 2, okay, I am on second radio channel, that's perfect. Wonderful. Okay, the speed limit goes up to 80. Oh dear lord. Look at all those trains that are stopped in here. Okay, we are doing 70, which is perfect. I can eventually now activate cruise control and set it to 80. And now the cruise control should, in theory, keep stable speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Perfect. Now we are heading to Warsaw Central. We still got some distance to go. With cruise control, this locomotive is not that hard. There we go, I can eventually use that. It will be very useful in the tunnel. Yeah, there we go. I can now let it coast. We are going uphill, so the train will lose some speed. We are approaching 60 km per hour speed limit. So I'm gonna slow down a tiny bit. Okay, that should do. For now I will keep driving in manual mode, because there's no need to use cruise control, so I might as well disable that. We are still going a little bit too quick. I believe the speed will be 14 here. There we go. I must have missed that sign. Oh dear lord, Hogwarts Legacy. Honestly, to be fair, when it comes to Harry Potter, I really enjoyed the books when I was young, and I liked that. Pretty much when you read the first Harry Potter book, it starts off like a story for children, and then when you reach the end, it's actual story for more adult audience. So you can see that shift throughout entire story, which is really nice. But yeah, apart from that, I don't enjoy all that other stuff surrounding Harry Potter and the author. Like I don't know, I don't see that this is something that I would like to support myself. Right, can you please... Okay, we are now stopped and I need to open left door. Okay, and that is way too bright. I can turn that off. There. Right, and we are here for 1 minute. Well, technically we are supposed to be here for longer. Let me just... which button is this? No, I don't need this one. I need shut. I don't need this one. F3 was notifications, is it? Yeah. F2. Oh, okay. So we still have to wait for 1 minute and 14 seconds. Oh, you actually played New World. To be honest, I have New World since the release. I bought it back in the past, and it was really nice game. But I never really got into it. And it's a shame. It's another game that enters my like a shame list, which is a game that I bought, and I haven't really played it. I really need to start playing the games that I buy. Perhaps that would help make them worth something. Because right now I just wasted a lot of money on those. Oh, okay, yeah, that was a cheeky one. Thankfully I'm not. Oh, there we go. We can now depart. Yeah, thankfully I'm not really making any giveaways, so probably it wouldn't happen. Okay, let's start cruise control, and oh, I can't set it too low. Okay, so it makes no sense to have cruise control at all. Okay, we can keep it at 40 because that's the speed limit here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, so he can blame only himself, like people literally just snatched it. That's why I don't do full screen share. When I stream specifically a piece of software, so in that case I'm streaming a game. If I'm doing something in the background, or if I will minimize the game, you guys won't see what I'm doing on my PC, because I'm not streaming everything that happens on my screen. Oh really? Like, I wasn't really playing this game that much. I stopped in like a first or second village. It was fun, typical MMO to be honest, so definitely something that I would like to try at one point. But I don't really have time to commit to it, because obviously since this is MMO, you have to be able to commit to the game, and that's not something I can do. Okay, chat, we are approaching Warsaw West. Okay, brakes are armed. We got orange at entry. just as expected. Nice and slowly. And right on time. It's 6:42. And I was supposed to arrive at 6:42. I will try to pull closer to the end of the platform so that passengers will have a better time leaving the train. There we go. Can now open the doors. It's really nice to drive this this unit. It takes some practice. Obviously, in multiplayer, you won't see any passengers, so that's a shame. But at some point, hopefully developers will fix it and we will get some passengers boarding the train.
Local train to Skierny West. By Warsaw Milwaukee, Ruskow, Bronies Knazałwiecki, such as Ironowska, Skierny West Rock. Is departing from track 1 platform.
Okay, station announcements are working, which is good. Okay, doors are closed and we can now depart. We can activate cruise control, set it to 80. And off we go. You are approaching the station. Ahead of scheduled time. No way. Oh dear. I really need to start driving with this menu, which is a bit of a shame. But that will prevent me from passing the stations, because that's the only way I can see if I was stopped for long enough. Okay, cruise control can be set to 90. There we go. Okay, we are now... We can now go 100. Not for long though. We are approaching another station. So I won't be increasing the speed because it makes no sense. Okay, we are now in 120 km/h zone. The one thing I hate about UI in this game is that it shows you too many informations and, well, too much information. I don't like it. I would prefer to see only that top right section. Okay, I can turn this off. Okay, perfect. We managed to slow down to 40. just as we are passing 40 speed limit. In fact, I might give it a little bit extra brakes. Perfect. Yeah, so this UI shows way too much. I don't need to know that there is like a red light in front of me, because I do expect it. But I need to know how long I need to be stopped at the platform, so probably I will start turning it on only when I stop at the platform. Oh, this is very short one. There we go, just a tiny bit more. Okay, that should be enough. And now I can open the doors. I am 2 minutes early, so now I will have to wait for a long time. So let's turn on this menu. There we go. So that's nearly 3 minutes wait. It would definitely be useful to have a train director to contact me, well, to contact with me on the radio, or like a chat pop-up when the train is ready to depart, because that's normally the way how it's done on Polish railways. So there's a train director who has a radio and a whistle, and they usually blow a whistle and message you on the radio that the train is ready to depart, and then you can close the doors and just drive off, and that is indication for the driver that passengers finished boarding. But obviously SimRail doesn't do that. In single player scenarios, yes, you get that, and like at the end of your scheduled stop, you get clear information that yes, you are now ready to depart. But in multiplayer you have to use that UI, which is, it's breaking the immersion. That's the biggest problem of it. Get some nice screenshots while I'm on it. Perfect. And perhaps one like that. That's awful. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get one like that. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Can now turn off this UI. Okay, doors are closed. We may now depart, turn on cruise control and set it to 120. And that's all we have to do. The train will do everything else. Although we probably won't be able to hit 120 because the next stop, which is Warszawa Ursus, is very close. It's literally 2 minutes drive. There we go. Okay, cruise control deactivated. Let's release the brakes. We are going below 40 kilometers per hour and we still haven't hit the beginning of the platform. So let's roll in. We are slightly late, but hey, that's normal. Up to 30 minutes, it's not a delay in Poland, so we should be fine. Javos, yes, there was that time. It's ancient times already, but you know, it's ancient times. I'm telling you. Okay, we are ready to depart, and that was very short stop. And we can close the doors, release the brakes. Get the train rolling. Re-engage cruise control, set it to 120, and off we go. Now we are heading to Warszawa Ursus Niedźwiadek, and we have another stop in there. And there we go, that's the sign already. We won't even be able to get to a proper speed. I already need to pretty much stop speeding up, because I might jump past. There we go, we can already see the platform. Michał Wiśniewski, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. As usual, yes. You are slightly late. Passing through on your right side. Oh! Nice! Look at that, what a meeting! Right, let's double check. Okay, we can now depart. Doors are closed. Brakes are now released. There we go. Now we are heading to Piastov. It's not a long journey. Oh, nice, nice. I will definitely try and use them next time, because they are fantastic and I think they would make a great thumbnail, but obviously I can't use someone else's content without consent, so... Well, it's because SimRail is oversaturated. There's too much white light in SimRail, and that's the reason why they are hard to edit, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, I am approaching this station way quicker than I'm supposed to. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Let's turn this thing on. Okay, it's only 17 seconds, so that's not too bad. Okay, we can now close the doors and depart. Yes, because I am now driving Koleje Mazowieckie train from Warsaw to Skierniewice. So the next stop is Pruszków. Which you should know with, if you are living in that vicinity. You probably traveled there at one point. Big mafia city. Okay. Well, as far as Polish mafia goes, I don't think it's a big mafia anyway. Oh, was that a red signal? Are you serious? I didn't even notice that there was a red signal. Oh dear lord, that's embarrassing. How did I manage to miss that? Well, definitely there is some practice that I need to make with those trains. Boxcar the Husky, hello, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Yeah, I definitely need some more practice with those trains. So there we go. Now I can travel. I can turn off the cruise control. Oh dear lord. I wasn't really paying attention to the signals. Ah dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's completely my fault. But hey, that's why you play simulators. You can practice. Oh, there we go. That is a freight train loaded with concrete sleepers. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Some frame drops. Okay, a bit harder braking than usual. Nevertheless, successful. Yeah, I definitely need to practice more with those services. I'm not performing as well as I should, which is a bit embarrassing. But it is what it is. Right, let's have a look. Okay, I am now good to go. So doors closed. Brakes released. And the speed limit is 60. Well, developers definitely need to change some lighting settings, because the game is way too bright, in my opinion. To be honest, convincing someone prominent from modding community to mod this game might be difficult if that person is not really interested in that product. And obviously the fact that the game is set in Poland only at the moment makes it less attractive for many people. Obviously that will eventually change when German routes are released, because obviously the game will gain some extra popularity, even though it's already popular in Germany, which is a nice thing. Hopefully when some American and UK routes will be released, the game will get a boost in popularity. And this way, yeah, probably some modders will appear to mod the game and help it grow. There we go, we are now approaching the station, so I'm not sure if it's appropriate to actually speed up. I don't think this will be a good idea, so I might as well continue at current speed. There we go, that's the platform right ahead of us. I'm gonna brake just lightly. I mean, yes, like the fact that it has multiplayer is definitely a selling point, because Train Simulator and Train Sim World failed to achieve that, even though multiplayer was promised for Train Sim World at some point. Obviously, it's another undelivered promise from Dovetail. Then they obviously backed off and started claiming that, oh, it was never planned and blah blah blah. Yeah, there were mentions about multiplayer being possible with release of Train Sim World 2, and obviously then suddenly they released Train Sim World 3, which doesn't really change anything in the game, and now they are backing off, saying, oh yeah, we can't do multiplayer, blah blah blah. And yeah, it's just typical lies. I'm not really fan of this kind of approach and treatment. That's the problem, there are no random scenarios in this game. Everything is pre-scripted, but hopefully that will change, and there will be some random elements to the scenarios. I believe that was announced that it should be happening, so hopefully we will see that in the future. I mean, many people are sticking with Train Simulator Classic. It's really nice game. Obviously some content for it is greatly outdated. But the game is still keeping up. Although Train Simulator has its own problems, and unfortunately there are many things that you can't do in Train Simulator Classic, even though players have access to the editor and they could easily make their own scenarios. The scenarios they can make because of the editor and limitations of it, they will be good, but they can't be great, and there are many difficulties that prevents players or modders from doing great scenarios. I've tried to use Train Simulator Classic scenario editor once and create my own scenario. I managed to create something that's I managed to program AI to do some basic shunting, and it took me like 3 or 4 days to do it, because that's how clunky it is. Needless to say, trying to force AI to actually follow some signals, or trying to force the game to display specific signals, is also quite difficult. Oh dear lord. Ooh. I really hate braking in that locomotive. It's, well, in that locomotive, in that unit, like, you really sometimes need to use full brakes, which is oh yeah, I to be honest, I completely abandoned Train Sim World myself. Like, there's no chance I'm gonna come back to this game, even though it features railways from other countries, and it would be very useful to show some content from it sometimes. When it comes to US, I got Run 8, and I might come back to it when I get some more time, and do some content from that game instead, because it's far better than Train Sim World will ever be, even though it's much more complicated as well, and it has multiplayer, which is another benefit. If I can get to any server and play with people, then yes, Run 8 actually has multiplayer. And that's another game that people might want to pick up. I made a few videos about it, and it's really great. Especially the fact that you actually have to supply industries with cargo, and then you have to pick up that cargo, assemble those trains. There's a lot of work to do in Run 8, especially on the servers which are roleplay, because then you actually have to do specific jobs and commit to it and deliver specific cargoes. So there is a lot of things to learn, but obviously you also need to study because people expect you to know the traffic rules and stuff like that. But yeah, Run 8 is definitely one of the goals of the games that I would like to feature on my channel a little bit more when I get some time to commit to it, and that's the biggest problem right now. Obviously it's really hard for me to commit to something when I got studies, when I'm preparing to get my HGV license. So obviously I need to study for theory tests. Later on I will be preparing to practical tests, and then there is a CPC test that will allow me to actually get employed in that industry and start driving as an actual lorry driver and get some income from that. So yeah, there is a lot of studying in front of me, and I can't really fully commit to playing games. But at some point, chat, I will try to make some time and eventually study the topic a little bit more. Yeah, the train has some weird noises. Okay, that's about 20 seconds. I can agree that this train definitely makes some weird noises. So we are now at Milanówek and we are 5 minutes late. Oh dear lord. Right. That can be shut. There we go. Now we are heading to Grodzisk Mazowiecki. That's going to be a longer journey. Technically we should now be... No, we are still limited to 120. Okay. Oh yeah, because this one doesn't have ETCS. Yeah, chat, I definitely need to practice more with EN96. I am not performing well. I am definitely not performing well. Okay, this time I actually noticed that I am approaching a red signal. Okay, that is back of the gantry, so I am looking a signal that is facing in the other direction. There we go, that is Grodzisk Mazowiecki.